All right. This one is 7. It says tangent x over 1 plus secant x plus 1 plus secant x over tangent x. And just looking at it, I see a fraction. I know what comes to my mind right away, and what's written down is a good hint. Common what? Notice, this is tangent and 1 plus secant. That's the same. So what do I have to multiply these by? So I'm just going to write down what? Tangent x, what? Tangent x, right? And then I come over here. Now, this part's the same. But first off, what's up here and what I got to multiply this one by? Well, no, the 1 plus what? And that's what's up here, but it's actually going to be what? Not once, but what? Twice. That's why it's squared. And then this next part, it just tells you, you're actually going to multiply them out, or... Now, first off, tangent times tangent will be what? Tangent squared. But now I have to FOIL this one. Remember, first, outer, inner, and last. If I take the first term times the first term, 1 times 1 is 1. 1 times secant is secant, and then secant times 1 will be another secant, which gives me what? 2 secants, right? And then what happens when I have secant times secant? You get what? Secant squared. And notice I had that little square there to kind of even help what?
That's out.
Yeah. Guys, Coach Tony, that was very nice of you. Right? Now, ooh, it says Pythagorean. Does anybody see any Pythagorean up there? Say what? Tangent squared plus 1 is equal to what?
Tangent squared.
No.
Tangent squared plus 1.
Tangent squared plus 1 is equal to secant squared. This right here becomes what? Secant squared. Now, let's look at it. Oh, I have how many secant x's? 2. And how many secant squared x's? No. 1 plus 1 makes
2.
There's 1 and 1 in front of that. 2. And the bottom part didn't change. It stayed what? The same. Now, notice, what can I factor out of each of these? A 2 and a secant. So if I factor a secant out, this 2 times secant x gives me 1. I take the 2 secant out of here, I got a secant. Guess what's going to happen to these right here?
Cancel each other out.
They're going to cancel each other out. Now I have 2 secant x over what? Tangent x, and I think this one just says simplify. I think we were just getting rid of that to get it to there. Right now then it says something about reciprocals. So I know I'm not going to roll the board up a little more. I think you may have the paper in front of you. I see this 2, and so to me what I'm thinking is the following. Well, first off, we have a 2 there. Secant is the same thing as what? 1 over what? Cosine, correct?
Yeah.
I'm going to put cosine x there. And tangent, I'm going to do the following. This is still times a 1 over what? Tangent x, right? Well, tangent is the same thing as what? Sine divided by what?
Cosine.
Cosine. And what happens with this right here? This 1 over this right here. What can I do with that cosine? That's going to be the same thing as this. If I do this, I'll have 2 over cosine x times cosine x over sine x. Right? This 1 divided by sine divided by cosine. That's the same as then, when you divide by fractions, you got to multiply by the reciprocal. And the reciprocal of that times 1 is just going to give you this. Now, what can you see happens to the cosines?
Cancel.
The cosines are going to what? Cancel out. So we have 2 over what?
Sine x.
Sine x. And if I use the reciprocal for it, what's the reciprocal for sine? I want to move it up to the top. 2 what? 2 cosecant x, which is what we what? Started, or what we wanted to get it to. Okay, go ahead. Go ahead and stop it.